Today, I wanted to tell you about one tool that will help you improve your business English vocabulary, and that is a word journal. If you've never heard of a word journal before, don't worry. That is what this video is going to explain to you. What a word journal is, how you can use it, and why it will allow you to accelerate your business English vocabulary. So a word journal is basically a place where you write down new vocabulary words that you learned. This could be a small notebook like this, or it could be a big notebook. Some people prefer to use the notes on their phone. Any way you use it, this is a tool for you to record new words that you have learned. I recommend using a paper-based journal or diary because psychology has proven when you write out new information, your brain actually remembers it more. So that's my first tip, is to get an actual journal. So now, what do you do when you learn a new word? That's a great question, and I am going to show you how you can do this. All right, now you have a journal. So what do you need to write down when you learn a new word? The first thing that you need to do is the word itself, right? You need to write the word down. You can write this at the top. You can write it in the middle of your page. It's up to you. Then you want to write down the part of speech and the meaning or the definition of the word. The part of speech, this means, is it a noun or an adjective or a verb? I highly recommend looking this information up using learnersdictionary.com. This website will redirect you to a dictionary specifically for English language learners like you. So highly recommend this dictionary. Then you want to write down the other word forms. So let's imagine your word is a noun. The other word forms would be its adjective or its verb or adverb, relative. And I will show you an example of this in just a moment. Then you'll want a picture. It's better to draw the picture, right? As I talked about before, the memory with writing will improve, but you can always get pictures off the internet if you are worried that your picture will not properly represent the word. Then you want to use this word in an example sentence. So you want to try to create a sentence using this word. And then you're going to create a question using this word. Why? Why do you want to do these things? When you're actively trying to use your new vocabulary in a different way, then you're more likely to remember it. And so let's take a look at an example. So we have the word lazy. Lazy is an adjective, and it means not liking to work hard or to be active. So other word forms, there are other adjectives. We have lazier and laziest. We have an adverb, lazily, and then the noun, laziness, right? So those are all the word forms. Here is a picture of someone being lazy, right? He's just laying on the couch. He's not doing anything. Then I have some example sentences here. I actually wrote two. The first one I just copied and pasted from the Learner's Dictionary. So I should have done more work this weekend, but I was feeling lazy. And then I said, when you write your sentences for your word journal, don't be lazy like me and just copy and paste a sentence from the dictionary. Because if you just copy and paste, right, you're not going to remember it as much. And then finally, some questions. Do you know anyone who is lazy? And would you consider yourself to be lazy? These are questions that you could ask other people. So this is a word journal. You're going to want to write down all of this information for all of the new words that you learn. And the next step, which is to be implement using these new words. So now that you know what a word journal is and how to use it, now you try. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns about how to use this word journal. Good luck and happy learning.